got something good. I'm very happy with this purchase.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Got him.
Hello, internet friends. It's been so long since I did a vlog. I forgot what this was like. I think it's been at least 2 months now since I vlogged. For a little bit, I kind of wanted to experiment with channel ideas and like different things that I wanted to add in. So it made sense, but I don't know. I want to get back into like the swing of things with vlogging and have this be almost like an extra video during the week. So yeah, the vlogs are back, baby. Just to kind of catch you up, it is officially summertime out here. I think the other day it hit 97, so it's been summering very, very hard. I don't really feel like I was prepared for it. I knew it was coming and I knew it was going to hit me like a wall because, you know, humidity out here is really strong. But as far as clothing goes, I just didn't think I was like really ready for it. So I've been trying to thrift like a lot more tank tops and stuff like that. This is just a basic tank top from Old Navy. But I feel like I've never wanted tank tops in my wardrobe. And now all of a sudden I'm just collecting as many as I can find. I had a friend come into town like a couple weeks ago and she's back again. And I feel like that's been a lot of fun to experience Disney with someone that I grew up with. Like that's kind of the cool part about living so close to Disney is if somebody comes to visit, like it is so easy for me to hop over there and see somebody and just like enjoy the parks with them and not feel like I am stretching myself like too thin as far as, you know, trying to like go out of my way to see somebody. Like if anybody would come to visit in Vegas, that was never any fun for me because Vegas just isn't something that I'm like that excited about. And kind of the same thing in LA. Like LA is so spread out that if somebody was visiting, oftentimes they were visiting, you know, somewhere else in the city and I couldn't get to them that fast. So being this close to Disney, it just makes it so easy when somebody comes to visit. So I've definitely been having fun with that. Not to mention she was a friend of mine growing up in high school. My high school reunion is coming up and it'll be the 20-year reunion. And we were talking about that and it was just one of those moments of like, oh my goodness. Like first, how did we get here? You know, like she's got 2 babies and I'm still trying to figure out my life. But I mean, it just was one of those moments of like, holy smokes, man, like 20-year high school reunion. That is crazy. I have zero intentions of going. I have no desire to go do something like that, but it still blows my mind that that much time has passed since I graduated. And also, I mean, that's a fun thing to reflect on, a friendship that has spanned over that many years. Today we're gonna head out to Epcot. It's still right in the middle of Flower and Garden. Actually, I shouldn't even say right in the middle of, that's actually coming to a close. But at the festivals, they have bands that play, and tonight Simple Plan is playing. And that also, like, speaking of, you know, high school memories, Simple Plan was one of the big bands during my high school years. So before we head out to Epcot though, I do want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been thrifting because the designer haul that I have right now is like jaw-dropping stuff that I still cannot believe I found. So I think I'm going to pull like 4 or 5 pieces and show you guys what I've been picking up because it is so good. I could cry. I mean, I'm having a hard time deciding on if I want to sell or keep these items. So they're the kind of vintage designer that I don't know, like this is always my biggest issue is I will fall in love with pieces, but then also look at them and realize like, this just doesn't belong to me. This does not belong in my wardrobe. There are certain pieces that I know I will not part ways with, but then there are other pieces that I just want to hold on to them because of the rarity factor and how long it took me in my career to find them. But then I also look at them and I'm like, when am I ever gonna wear this? I don't see myself wearing these pieces, but you guys, I mean, if anybody gets it. Like, you just have to try them on and see how they look and then make the decision. So let me go grab these pieces. The first piece is this Diane von Furstenberg top. I talked about in my summer trends list how much the like kind of one shoulder is big right now, and I think that's how this is going to sit. It's either going to sit off the shoulder or like a one shoulder. So I think this one I feel like is an already yes. I cannot get over this top. The fit on it, the sheerness, the ruffle trim. This very much gives me Jean-Paul Gaultier, like circa early 2000s, that like tattoo style print tops that they were putting out. The DVF tag on it is probably mid 2010s, I would say, as far as the print. I think it's probably an early to mid 2010s. So it's not quite that Jean-Paul Gaultier era, but I feel like it's close enough to feel like I got something good. I'm very happy with this purchase. This one's a keeper. Sorry, this one is definitely going in my wardrobe. Everything about it is style that I look for. And also I'm noticing there is a little bit of wear on it. Like it's got some snagging right here. So even more excuse to keep it for myself. I'll always keep the wounded birds and never complain about it. If you're a vintage collector like myself, you probably know the struggle is real. Next is this Vivienne Tam dress. So this is the one that I've thrifted a couple different times. Not this exact dress, but Vivienne Tam I have found. The reason I get excited the most about Vivienne Tam is because Fran Drescher used to wear that designer. So a lot of these styles if you can find one that correlates back to Fran Drescher, I've talked about this before, but like if she wore it, you got a good piece. I don't think this one specifically was worn on the TV show The Nanny, but either way, my favorite part about it is the poet sleeve. That is just going to be, it's like a lantern balloon poet sleeve, and that is going to be a beautiful fit. I feel like this is a little bit more of a fall time dress, but I would probably say this with like boots, like those Sam Edelman boots that I have. That would be a fantastic look, but I am gonna try and make this a little bit more summer appropriate. Another beautiful one that I do not want to part ways with, but I will on this one. This one just isn't, it's not meant for my wardrobe, but oh my gosh, the poet sleeves are just stunning. They are so beautiful. This is definitely, again, a little bit more of a 2000s vibe too, which I appreciate, but I don't think my personal wardrobe really responds to the early 2000s. I lived it once, I don't want to live it again, but I do absolutely love the cut on this. It's, oh gosh, the sleeves. Sign me up for a poet sleeve any day. The print's almost like a watercolor finish. At a quick glance, it looks more like roses, but it's very much a watercolor style as opposed to a rose print. I think if it was roses, it would be a little bit more on trend as far as like the right here, right now. Anything with poet, balloon, lantern sleeves, I am always there. I am the first in line to try on a look like that. Okay, here's the one that I don't think you guys are ready for. Now, I have to do a little bit more research on this piece, and I'm actually hoping I might be able to crowdsource a little bit and see if any of you have experienced a piece similar to this. This is a Bergdorf Goodman Karl Lagerfeld piece. From what I could tell, this is from the 1980s. There are definitely little hints on here that is very Chanel-esque. So I found that to be very interesting. Like the buttons, for instance, have the KL on them. So it's almost like hints of his career at Chanel. It's a crushed velvet too, which I feel like makes it even more late 80s, early 90s. But the tagging is what's throwing me off. The tag, from what I could tell, was 1980s, but it does feel a lot more of that 1990s infusion. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. I cannot get over it. Like the lapel up at the top buttons, so it's like a cutout sweetheart neckline. We gotta get this on. We gotta try this. Well, here's where things get so fascinating. First and foremost, I don't feel like I am giving this jacket, which I thought it was a mini dress, it's actually a jacket, or at least I hope it's a jacket. I am not giving this the proper styling that it deserves. I wish I had either some velvet pants or like a velvet mini skirt, but what is so fascinating to me is the cut on the jacket doesn't, it doesn't button down, so it flares out a little bit. Well, what's currently trending so much right now is those like flared out edges. The vests and jackets that I'm seeing the most all kind of jut out at the bottom. And it just is one of those like attention to details that you can tell are always being pulled from the archive. Karl Lagerfeld clearly did it first, or he copied someone that did it first. But it's just one of those, oh my gosh, it just fashion just always comes back around. It just always goes full circle, and it's so fascinating to me to find these pieces that prove it time and time again. And this is just one of those pieces that I am so excited about. It's so interesting. It does feel a little costume-y on me, so it's not really something that I think I will plan on keeping. The craziest part about this is if I can find some photos that link it to Karl Lagerfeld on the runway, that will add the value like tenfold. If I can't find anything that shows that it was a runway piece, it does bring the value down a little bit. So that's what's so crazy when it comes to like dating vintage items and trying to do like a little bit more research. It really plays with your mind a little bit, because you're like, well, I want to make sure that I get the most value out of this piece. You know, it's such a rare number. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to at what stage of the designer's career were they at, and that will then play into the actual value of the item. But again, if you can find, sorry, I keep ruining this with my bra strap. If you can find pictures of runway items, that just always seems to add to the value of the piece and makes them that much more desirable, especially as far as an archive item goes. But it definitely was a lot of fun to try it on and play a little dress up with it. So I showed that dress to my mom, and she agreed that it probably came with like a skirt or something like that. So I might actually have to go back to that store and see if I can track down the skirt, because that, if I could complete the set, it just would be, it'd be amazing. I have to show you guys this one sea creature that I am just obsessed with. That's gonna be the first place that I think I'm gonna take you guys, is to show you guys Prince Charming. Yes, the employees have named him Prince Charming. He's adorable. He's what I go look at every single time I go to Epcot. So that's what we're gonna go do. This is the best part about this festival, is just how many flowers are all over the place. Like the best bird watching you could ask for. Oh, and butterflies too.
See that? Just run in.
How do you keep seeing them go into their little homes?
They go into it's a little square kind of thing.
Okay, I'm focusing on that one. That's the one that... Go into your homes. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Got him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, the white belly is the female. And that's the one on the right, I think.
Oh, so we got like a little husband and wife team going on. Or a first date. His circadian rhythm down to a science, and that's queso right there. So we got queso and we got Prince Charming. They're the best. Look at that handsome little guy. This is what I do with my free time. It's great. Charming has come out of his den yet. Nope, he's still in there. He's still chilling. He hasn't decided that it's time for his laps yet. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this little guy. He's hilarious. And people always, like, he's a crowd pleaser. People always stop and look at him. They're like, what is this guy? He's a handsome little fellow. Well, 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 if the weather did not take a gnarly turn. There is so much thunder and lightning outside. Yesterday, there was a torrential downpour. I thought for sure I was gonna take you guys out thrifting today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I was hoping to go out and find the matching Karl Lagerfeld piece, but I think I'm just gonna have to call that off because the rain is so bad right now, which we need it. We've been needing rain. It has dried up all the lakes out here and ponds. Wow, that's some gnarly weather. So yeah, I'm gonna stay home this afternoon unless it clears up, but last night I went into the park by myself and I thought for sure I was gonna vlog. I almost brought this camera with me, but I'm so glad I decided not to because the weather just, all of a sudden the skies opened up. I knew it was gonna rain. I was smart enough to bring my umbrella with me, but when we say rain, it was just downpour. So I think the last 6 months have been playing with my mind as far as Florida weather goes because it just hasn't rained like this, and I wasn't quite sure when it was going to start, and it seems like May is when it officially starts. So torrential downpours, they're here, they're happening. I'm kind of excited for it at the same time as like, whoo, what am I in for? I definitely need to go shoe shopping because my shoes cannot handle the weather like that. Like I was wearing my New Balance sneakers last night and they're still outside trying to dry off. I honestly don't think they're ever gonna recover from this. So I might be in the market for some new shoes. I need two different sneakers essentially. I need sneakers that can stand water that I can wear into the parks and not worry so much about them just getting, you know, soaked, like walking through puddles. And then I want like cool sneakers that I can wear, you know, for my everyday use that I think go with outfits, like matchy, that kind of thing. But yeah, oof, last night it was rough. I'm glad I did it though. There's like this weird Drew Barrymore moment that you have whenever it rains like that.
Whenever you can go out into the rain, do not miss the opportunity!
Where you just want to go out there and enjoy the weather and just be like, it's raining. Then there's also the part of your brain that just wants you to, you know, run to your car and drive home and curl up in little blankets. And yeah, but when it's summertime like this and it rains, Drew Barrymore just takes over my brain. Wow. So yeah. Oh, poor Ozzy. He is terrified of thunderstorms. So I'm just gonna cut the vlog here because I want to make sure that he is okay and not freaking out. So yeah, next vlog I think we'll probably go out and see if we can track down that skirt. I think that'll be the goal. But for now, we're gonna end here and I'm just gonna say thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.